goes and starts skating. It wasn't that way during that time. So you have to pass some tests. So I did pass. So anyway, I signed up, everything good, but we don't have ice rink. So they brought us the skates, and it's the floor called parquet. It's wood, and they put some material over it. It's liquid. It makes more slippery. And with the skates, we were trying to skate on that parquet. I mean, when I'm thinking and I'm telling to the people, like, what do you have done, especially figure skaters? Like what? So after that, the winter time, they built it up outside without refrigerator, nothing. One day we have water, swimming pool. One day we have ice rink. It was terrible. After probably 2 years, they built it up the ice rink, but the small one. So that's how it started my advantage with the figure skating. But during that time, what was good about, and they don't do that anymore, but we do a lot of stuff. We were doing choreography, we were doing gymnastic, we were playing the soccer. I mean, it was a lot of activity was going besides only figure skating. We were doing hockey. I mean, that's what I liked during the time growing up. I mean, that was fun. And our coach always was giving us bonus. If you listen, we do good. It was okay. Today we're going to play capture the flag, or you're going to play the hockey. I mean, it was really very fun growing, skating. I mean, everything. I love it. It was a lot of fun, actually.
Now, I want to go back to that parquet floor thing.
Man, it was.
You were on ice skates, but on a parquet floor with some liquid, or did you? Yes.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's crazy to hear, but it's true. I mean, that's how we grew up. My generation, that's how we grew up.
And you were able to glide on that floor using whatever it was on that parquet floor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
I mean, it was crazy, Stephan. When I'm saying to the skating world, everybody, what do you have done? I mean, it has, yeah. I mean, we started very hard way, but the passion was over there. Everybody wants to do it. We have so much energy. You know, I remember my father couldn't take me and I was crying. No, I want to go. I mean, we had very good group of people. The coaches were great. It was kind of family. You want to go over there. You want to practice, even though I mean, we didn't understand that time is the parquet is not for us. It should be ice rink. Mm-hmm. But you were kids, you were taught, okay, this is how you go. Yeah, it was kind of interesting way to learn how to skate.
And growing up in Armenia, was Armenia its own sovereign country, or were you?
No, during that time, Armenia was part of SSR. So it was part of Russian, not SSR, now it's Russian Federation. We were in the school, we have to learn Russian language and Armenian. Mostly everything was under SSR. So that's how we grew up. In 1991, they kind of separate, and now it's its own country. And we are not part of Russia, even though we are kind of part of Russia, because Russia still does a lot of stuff, not good way, but they control Armenia, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you said then you went to St. Petersburg. Now, from my understanding, Russia really takes its ice skating and its ballet very, very seriously. Was it competitive for you to be selected?
It's a very good question, actually. During that time, if you are good enough, and again, our coach was, I mean, really, right now, he's one of the best coach in the world. He got 2 nominees, best coach in America and in the world. Everybody knows him. I mean, he worked with Nathan Chen, Michel Kwan. I mean, he has the brilliant coach. But that time he was young, but he had a lot of energy to teach us. And answering your question, when you were skating, if you're good enough, you are getting to the SSR team, USSR team, you get to that team. And I was part of that team. During the year season, 10 times a year, we were going outside of Armenia and practicing in Russia, several places, not in one place, several places in Russia. So, and it's not only Armenia, it was coming from all over the Russia. So we were getting over there, and it was probably another 7, 8 cities from Russia. Next time you go different 7, 8 cities, but all come together in the practice. So basically it's more like advanced skating. So the people already kind of knew me, already people kind of see what Armenian skaters can do. When I finished the high school, it was easy for me to move to Moscow, to St. Petersburg. But it was really very competitive because during that time, again, SSSR doesn't want to be really Armenian. During that time, a lot of Armenian people who want to go much forward, they were changing their last name. Let's say if my Manoukian, IAN, they put Manukov. They become the Russian last name. So they were going more advanced, they were going more places basically. So during that time, it was really very hard to get in. But again, we did somehow. So it was, yeah, very difficult.
And what was the skating army?
There is, that's why I said this has different organization. The skating army, let's say it's called skating army. There are another one, Burevestnik. There is another one, Spartak. They are just the names. And all those, let's say it's the clubs. Okay, the biggest one was the army one. After that, there are several clubs, and each club was inviting you for, if you are good, and they are thinking, okay, I was in Burevestnik. The name was Burevestnik. So I was part of that. So that Burevestnik were paying for our hotel, transportation, skating, boots, everything they were doing for us to be better. And after we were competing against other clubs, including that army one. But the army was the one of the strongest one.
That's why you were a member, because you're a strong skater.
But I didn't get to that army one. Maybe I was IAN, I don't know.
And so what brought you here to the US in 1991?
You know, right before the perestroika, it was a lot of craziness in Russia. But during that time, I already finished my competitor skating. I turned to pro. I went to St. Petersburg Ice Ballet. It's one of the biggest company during that time. We had 120 people over there. I mean, it's a big company. So I went over there to continue because I love the skating, but I wasn't 100% ready for teaching. I still want to skate. You know, teaching was, okay, let me finish the skating, then I can teach. So I went to St. Petersburg Ballet, Ice Ballet. I already traveled several countries. And during that time, it was very hard to get outside of Russia. You have to be politician, sport, musician, one of those. If you are not, then it's very hard to get out from country. But I had already several countries because of the St. Petersburg Ballet. And I said, you know what? I want to go to America. I want to go see what's going on in America. And a friend of mine sold me the invitation. I mean, invitation, usually you go, you get it, but during that time, I don't know how the people were selling. So I bought invitation. I went first time to American consulate with other friend of mine. And I was skater, and I told them I'm skater. You know, I have been these countries. I'm not planning to stay over there. I still have another contract going other places. And my other friend, he was not figure skater at all, but he started going, I'm figure skater too. So we went over there. They give him green light. He got the permission, and I did it. And it was like, kind of, what's going on, you know? I went second time. You have to wait for 3 months before again you go to American consulate to apply for the visa again. But I didn't wait. I just went over there and straightforward and said, look, if you're not going to let me, just tell me no. while telling me to come in 3 months. I have been already these countries. I have been already, I was just kind of hiking basically. And I was kind of upset too. And the person said, okay, just give me like 5 minutes. He went over there, he checked it out, something probably called to ice ballet to check, make sure we have another
Hold on.
contract. He came back, it's like, okay, in 3 hours, I'll get your passport. Did you say hold on?
No,
Stephan? Oh, I'm sorry.
we had a little
something.
break. So this is where it had broken up. We had a little internet break there.
Okay.
So you went back, he went to go look something up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he called our company to make sure I'm part of that, make sure we have the contract other countries. So if you have contract other countries, this means you're going to come back. You're not going to stay in America. That's why a lot of consul, they are scared during that time. A lot of people just going and not coming back. But it was very hard to get it. And I was just attacking, like, if you're not going to let me, just say no. Don't tell me come back in 3 months or this. I was kind of upset. And when you check it out, everything good. It's like, okay, your passport will be ready in 2-3 hours. And like, okay. So I came to United States with a friend of mine, and my wallet, it was $700, not knowing any English, like completely zero. And we are coming, don't know even where you're gonna go. We just land in JFK and like asking my friend, okay, what are you gonna do next? He's like, I have no idea. Let's get out from the airport to see what's happening. When you were coming out, we meet other friend, and he's standing over there and saying, you know what? I'm so tired here. I was gonna go home. I was just checking out to see if I knew any St. Peter would he stay with us. And he showed around, he was staying in one place, which is 3 people already living over there. Now it were another 2, 5. After 2 days, another 3 people came. So basically it was crazy in one room, living that many people. And the money was going so quick. I mean, that $700, it was like nothing, really. It was boom, boom, boom after 1 month, paying the rent, paying this, it was nothing. And then like, okay, what are we gonna do next, guys? Oh yeah, and you brought with us matryoshka, Russian souvenir or Russian stuff. We were selling that to have some money. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to Armenian community in New York to see what they can do. So I went to Armenian community, they opened the door and like, no, we don't have, I mean, we talk, we did everything. I explained who am I? I'm a skater, I came here. And they said, no, we don't have the place, but come back in 1 week. In 1 week, I came back and somehow they took me as the worker. So I started working in Armenian diocese and Armenian church. But same time, my real partner came to America too through his cousin. Cousin sent a visa and he came to America. And I used to skate with him, partner. 2 guys who were doing acrobatic and comedy routine. So he came already in United States, in New York, and we decided to go to skate. So we went to New York ice rink. We start skating, and there is a lady named Moira North. She was the choreographer, president of Ice Theater of New York. So she came to us and like, guys, who you are? Like, what's going on? Because you were doing unusual stuff. And like, who you are? We too. What's company? Like, we got company. We just, and my partner was speaking a little bit English. He explained we are from Russia, St. Petersburg, ballet on ice. We finish our skating. Now we are here. And she's like, you know what? I want you to skate with me. And I'm like, okay, we can skate. So we start skating with her. Doing all kinds of stuff. And the first job actually in the United States, we got through Georgia Starbuck. She was Olympian. So she called us and we did first show at Rockefeller Center. And Dick Butler was over there too. So he says like, who you are, guys? Because it was unusual skating. It wasn't really there, during that time. Even now, it's only probably two pair skaters who does this kind of stuff. And Dick Butler, I like it, guys. How we can hook you up with the more shows? We said through Ice Theater of New York, we kind of part of it. And after 6 months later, because our visa is already expiring, we have to go back. And Moira came to us, it's like, guys, do you want to stay here? And we're like, maybe. It's like, if you want to stay here, I can do all paperwork for you. And we're like, okay, let us think. So we start thinking with my partner, and during that time, it's really started getting very bad in Russia. I was talking with my mom and my mom said, don't come back. When she said that, ooh, something going on, because my mom always, wherever you go, it's Armenia, your home. You have to come back to Armenia. It's Armenian, you have to come back. And this time she said, don't come. And I'm really something bad then over there. We told to Moira, I said, okay, we want to stay. And she'll get up us with the lawyer. And they start doing our paperwork. So basically, they were our contractor for, what do you call that?
Your sponsor?
Our sponsor, yeah. Our sponsor to do everything to become slowly American. So during that time, we got another contract with Walt Disney on Ice. And we came back to Moira. I said, Moira, we get this contract. She's like, guys, you have to go. I don't give you that much work, even though I like it, everything great, but Walt Disney will give you so many opportunities. Just go over there, you're still part of us. We're not dropping you. When you come back, you still continue with our company. And we're like, okay. So we talked with our lawyer. He said, there is only one catch, guys. If you go overseas, because your green card approval coming very soon, you cannot leave the country. But when you come to the country, in the passport, they give you staples, white paper, and your name and some numbers. It's like when you're going to go outside of country, show that paper like original, but when you come back, take out that paper. Tell them you don't know where is that paper. And they're like, okay. So he went touring, and he called us. He said, you know what, your day, I don't remember, this day you have interview for the green card. You have to be back, even just for 1 hour where you have to come back. So we talked with the company. They said, okay, you can fly. And that was another funny part. We sit in the plane. We came to United States. It was in the morning, early morning, we arrived. We went to the green card office. We got our passport, everything, to put the green card, everything nice. And nighttime, we have to go back, fly to Europe.
Oh, gosh.
And the people in the plane, it was same plane. The people, guys, have you been here? We've seen yourself. They're like, yeah, we have been here. What are you doing? You just came here and now going back? And we start joking, yeah, we came to New York, have lunch, now we're going back. That was so funny, actually. So that's how we got our green card. And slowly we got, figure skating world start kind of knowing us. We did Walt Disney only for 1 year. We decided it wasn't for us. Because over there, even though it was great, everything, but for us, we want to do bigger. Walt Disney is kind of small skating, you don't advance over there. So we say thank you very much for 1 year, and you start doing other stuff, which is start doing all over the place, actually, and skating with everybody. Scott Hamilton, Michelle Kwan, Dorothy Ham, everybody. So door just opened up. And we were traveling all over the place. During that time, I was based in New York. But if you count during the 1 year, I'm just example, maybe I was 1.5 months in New York. Rest of I was traveling. And during the summertime, we were in Sun Valley doing ice show. It's all summer, starting from June until September, we were in Sun Valley. So that's how it's kind of open up, and more people start knowing, and skating all over the place, basically. I mean, it was fun. And when I meet my wife in Sun Valley, I did a proposal during the show. It was Star Wars, our number, and everybody skating, having fun. And during Star Wars number, we had one place in the bar when everybody comes inside, in the bar, drinking and going skating with the costumes, everything, you know. And every skaters knew what's going on. And that bar part, we were leaving all the time for the guests who we know we were putting over there. They just have to stand inside of the bar and dancing and kind of showing us, giving us drink. You know, that was it. And I told the choreography, I said, look, I'm going to do proposal. I want you call Andrea, my wife, and she was singing during the show, actually. The people already knew her because she was singing. And I said, but nobody should know about it. No, she should not know about what's going on. She was like, oh, of course. So we put her inside, we give her skates. So she's dancing, doing all this stuff, and I go inside of the bar and give her the ring. And she's like so confused, like, what's going on? Every skater's like cheering, hey, pay attention, this is your day. So it was kind of cool. And Nancy Kerrigan was the star of the show that night. And on the end, she just came out and said, guys, probably you didn't notice what's going on, but then they just proposed to, Akop proposed to Andrea for the marriage, and everybody started cheering. So it was kind of fun. So skating, I guess, is my life. Show, I love doing show because you meet a lot of new people. I mean, with the show career, I have done shows with Gloria Gaynor, Sarah Brightman, Scorpions, Chris de Burgh. I mean, everybody is fun, you know, I mean, you meet those kind of people. Yeah, I mean, I love it. It was very good experience for me.
That's, it's a beautiful story, Akop. I appreciate you sharing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So